mi kuyo bralo turima zikulo mungando mi kuyo suwo selo limiayo mi kuyo nema wanzanga limiayo mi kuyo nema wanzanga limiayo ziku mi kuyo nema wanzanga limiayo Kolo mungando mikuyo bralo turima Sikulo mungando mikuya suwo selo limiayo Tumbewi jule wagi juga Akawi jule wagi juga Kolo mungando mikuyo bralo turima Sikulo mungando mikuya suwo selo limiayo
Alagi warem, Tafabo, Tasaba, Tafa Banjuko, Atrikam, Wenguchino, Tasaiwen, Forward for come. Oh, I go back to Target. Hey, that's your way,
Selo limiayo Numbewi jule wagi juga Akawi jule wagi juga Kolo mungando mikuyo bralo turima Sekulo mungando mikuyo suwo selo limiayo Mikuyo nema wanzanga limiayo Sikumi kuya siji wasuwo waturima Tumbewi jule wagi juga Akawi jule wagi juga Kolo mungando mikuyo bralo turima Sikulo mungando mikuyo suwo selo limiayo
Yes, greetings once again and welcome to our favorite program. We call it Our History with Dr. Tata and Dr. Tata in the studios with us. And I think, Dr. Tata, you are welcome. Before you came
Thank you so much.
Yes, before you came in, I was just telling the people of Ambazonia for we hometown, home front, the importance of the young men for keep quiet if they don't get something for talk, than for begin coach elder them. And that when you coach an elder, you put some balok for your skin. When you put that balok for your skin, well, especially if the elder then pass away, they never move the balok for your skin, that balok will continue and continue and continue. And I don't know which way you think about that, because when I read for inside the holy book, I see for Genesis chapter, is it 50 or 45, where Jacob the blessed picking them. He say, Reuben, you are my firstborn, the strength of my life, the excellency of my dignity. Then at the end of the day, can talk say but, and that but be spoil all thing them. So we tell the young men, especially young men of Amazonia, make you not listen to talks of the infiltrators of La Republique, and then you fall choco as they talk for their talks. Yes, they really be cursed people, and they want you for join them for be in that cursed state, so that you don't go feel enjoy way God is the plan and God is the put now in place for you. So we dey just advise you say, if you don't get something for talk, some better talk for talk, make you just keep you quiet. Meanwhile, as we dey go ahead for this broadcast, one for encourage all our people them, make them share this link, because doctor dey here today. I will get something very practical for share. Um, Doctor, just say welcome to the people, and then we take off from there.
Yeah, fellow Ambazonian and televiewers, we salute all man. We salute our restoration forces in the home front, and we give them 21 gun salute. And we thank God, because just as God will send the children of Israel to the promised land, and the right of self-defense God give them till today. Everybody knows it. Israel, a day also, the day because God be behind them. And God promised, say, through Abraham shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Now you wait for here, even for America. America, they not play with Israel. The day for Israel, they are back strong. And that place where you put them about the Jacob and his blessing, it been for Genesis chapter 49, where it talks, say, Jacob called all he bringing them. And he tell them, say, when they gather together, he want tell them son Turi. The first time it called Reuben. It say, Reuben, you be my first picking where I born am. You be my might, and you be the beginning of my strength. You be the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. Then that bed where you talk, not true. For verse 4, it talks, say, bed unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. Amazonia, if you want to be for that side, on wrong side of history, be there. No begin down by your dance. One leg for we, and the other leg for the other side, the wrong side of history. You better be on the right side of history, because that by a dance, person will be unstable like Reuben. You want to be like Reuben? Jacob tell them, unstable as water. Now so you be. That you not go excel, because you went up and you defile your father, the bed for your papa. Then they go on and on again. Okay. I just went for chip in that, because I let it looked like you were responding to a number that it came on the screen, and they were there calling you already.
Yeah, somebody called. I missed the call, but
No.
this one I just they I did respond for some write up where
Mm-hmm.
some youth they usually come and write when people are when people they try for help the fight for go ahead. So they come with their fake profiles and fake names, and then they insult people. They tell them you are old. I mean, they say all kinds of terrible things. So I just want to
Mm-hmm.
advise them, because we dey still advise La Republique du Cameroon. Say me they no wait until it happened like in the days of Herod. I mean Pharaoh, where the
Mm-hmm.
magicians and the demonic people they will cry out and they say, "This one on the finger of God, this one on the finger of God. What are you doing? Leave these people, make they go. You want make all Egypt make it perish before it be fit for leave the children of Israel for go." So I dey advise these young people them, say make them get ready, make them not go the way of that destruction, so that at the end of the day, um, it not gonna happen for them like it be happen for other people. So now the thing that way, I be the just the advise them because they are very very good at coming and insulting. I don't know which way they get that one. Maybe they copy them from one of your uncles, where
Yeah.
how to speak with them for inside. You program them, talk lie, so they come in to join in the lies telling and other things like that. So that was just the advice where I be give, doctor.
Yeah, exactly. What you are saying is that when they come with their lies telling, when they come with their insult, we come with righteousness, we come with truth, we will respond and advise them, just educate them. As what we are saying now, that
Yeah,
you don't need the elders to carry a curse from here that will be affecting your family and your generations that will
yeah.
come after you.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So today, doctor, as we don't come today, I go like we for again emphasize on the way forward for the uh, interim government, where you don't put things in place, and as he put things in place, we see the action. Yesterday, what we call, we made an impromptu call for the Secretary of State
Mm-hmm.
for, sorry, the Secretary General for the Interim House of Representatives. And
Mm-hmm.
if it makes some wonderful, if it makes some statement where up till now, at the, in fact, at the look on the statement, if it talk say, any rundown we want am now from ye, e no go fit give we because e dey be busy working on the assignment when the
Mm-hmm.
house, honorable madam speaker of the house, e don give ye. Now that one, though it no be an intention for sound a trumpet, but I want to tell you say that kind of reaction and that kind of response, it will make me for really see way to way Ambazonians them they come up to be. That is, everybody will be on action. They do way to way they be supposed for do. And also, most of the times, I dey see a number of things the way did they go on for inside this interim government. Um, and that is people the way they be conscious of their portfolio. When I talk of
Mm-hmm.
portfolio, I mean conscious of their duty. Be conscious of their duty. Like when the Secretary General for the Interim House of Representatives they talk, he talk say if people they be unanimously elect ye for represent them for inside the government. And when he be go inside there, he no be know say he go fit pick up another portfolio for inside the house. But again, the unanimously electee say make he be their general secretary, and he be glad for do that. And that's why yesterday he be there on the assignment for make sure say make he finish the assignment where the um, honorable madam speaker he give he, so that at the end of the day everything go on fine. I think that is the kind of governance and the kind of working understanding where we need for get them, so that we fit conquer the enemy established in our land. As we know, say we don't already establish in our land spiritually, though the people the way they know they see spiritually, they only see physically and they wait for physical. We too, yes,
Mm-hmm.
we be ready. We will go there physically. But for now, we don't see our land. Is it proper, doctor, for just sit down fold we hands and wait until we go enter for the physical land, then before we now start for the teach, we now start for the bill, we now start for the make, decisions and laws and other things? or it be proper for start right now? Right now. Over to you.
Yeah, in those days we used to talk of the 5 P's. Proper
Yeah,
preparation prevents poor performance.
right.
I
Yeah,
was just laughing when some people, where they just talk, say, hey, we don't need government. We don't need government. We're there in exile. Yes, there are people, the people in there where they belong from government for exile before they come, they settle down. You know, people they want to put confusion for we. Amazonia, we need to educate everyone here. Some people they just check say you will just wake up. They say no, me will not call anybody. Me will not get anybody title. We are not here for title. Now people they want for bring out confusion. We did get proper preparation under the present administration of the legitimate administration where international community they know. Now, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ekome Sako. In Bazuna, me will tell when there's something. Because some people they say, we don't want that title, Excellency. We don't want that title. Well, God don't give them. What the way you get to do now for either agree with God or disagree with God. And Amazona, we get to know, say, when God gives something, God knows get a reason why he gives something. When God will give Moses over the children of Israel, God knew why he gave Moses to lead the children of Israel to the promised land. Now, because of that, guess what? The ASC2 will be there for Washington. They will bring out some resolution now. First, before we want to go for Washington for that meeting, when the defunct Restoration Council, they be misbehave, the various the LGA reps where they be there for that place, they withdraw their representative. But some diehard they come out, they say they be government affairs committee. That then sit down, they begin to shoot letters, bring letters and confusion. But our president, it will be resolved. Within a short time, all stakeholders, they gather together. It will be two kind, in person and over the Zoom. And everybody will give opportunity for watch which way will go on. So it will be an open it will be an open house meeting. So big resolution, big talk come out for there. We get the new they give birth to the new interim House of Representatives. And after the Washington conference, they set up a task force to make sure that they made the thing where they don't talk for that conference, made the resolution and made they start put into action. And over the weekend, you know what we see, it be very, very good. Think that the Joa house, it will be restored. You know, it will be so sad that our neighbor, La République, under the first president, he just tried for dismantle everything. You know, when people they not be know, say they will get an agenda where we don't deny for United Nations say you not could do anything to harm to harm with as they come. He promised them, say, this coming together, it will be an equal on equal status. But as soon as it gets more chance where they hand over that our document, the outgoing regent will be there, boy, will be going back for Britain. September 30th, 1961, he hand over everything. And guess what? Everything will be upside down. So Cameroon Bank a go, Power come a go, Amba a plenty go, but the Dwat house, you know what the Dwat Common House for go address the parliament in Boya? You know, say I don't send people them for disgrace. As he go as it for that prime minister car, as they go seize the car, they dissolve the house, they scatter everything. Joa commander will foot go back for house. Now God service say they not kill it. So since that time for 1970, where they put everything upside down. Now for Saturday way pass, the house of Joa, the house of Endele, the house of Foncha, a big constituted. We get the pioneer restorationist house. We call them interim house of representative. I will pass for people where they know some people in there for home front or for wherever place they day where they don't know what will happen. So we will get opportunity again. If we go over the list again, Pastor Commando, if we go over the list of our representatives again, or more leave so.
No, I will check say more talk on some certain things the way to go on today for home front when a current event. So that
Okay.
yes, more talk over some of the things that will go on for home front when a current event. So that our people they go know say we know which way it will go on. I don't know whether you don't hear this story. Some more time the Secretary of State for Health is going to come in for studio for brief way about this cholera noise way it will go on for particularly for Victoria. But we hear different stories. I don't know whether you see some image where they will drag somebody out of water. I don't know whether now for Victoria or for which place they drag that person inside water. I don't know whether I don't see that image.
I never see that image yet, but wait where I get to tell Ambazona when they know and I say Ambazona when I shine when I eye. We don't since for last week report don't come about cholera. And cholera it broke out for Victoria. And they caution our people then say, look, me look up for water, look where they drink. And simple health is very, very important. We want to be very, very vigilant because it be very, very suspicious how cholera just start. The other time we hear Naboya, now na Victoria. Well, we are Department of Health. They will come up with more details, and the SOS for HSS, it will come out with more details. But we want to tell when I say me when I look out about which way when I drink, and cholera it be contagious. I mean it is spread now waterborne disease. So the best bet now for boil water, make sure so you that kind thing where you be do when we talk about COVID-19. Make sure say you make hand sanitizer, it still be very good. Hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and be very, very careful about salad, because now one of those things you use whatever wash salad, but cook your food very well. Observe hygienic rules, and it will save you very well. It will save your life. We beg for that side. So we be very, very careful, and when I go back I observe hygienic rules, and it will really save you from dying or from falling sick because of cholera. Yeah, Pastor Commando.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you. Yes. What we want for actually do for here now for caution our people, sickness as they come, disease that they come for different forms them. And if we go back for advice for history, Jesus will always tell the people, they say, watch and pray. This time around, you get for watch and then wash your hands and know the source of your drinking water. Yes, you get to know the source of your drinking water, so that this one will help you stay healthy. Other killer diseases in day way, human being if you prevent them as soon as they strike. Human being if you prevent them, especially you for home front. I go one for talk say you fit prevent yourself by taking the anyway the Secretary of State for Health. It go be here where it go tell you more of which way una fit do. But if not true say na cholera wey don broke out, then the only thing where we go fit talk now for say make you do what will be very necessary, the simple and common hygienic way of living, especially drinking water and saluting people. When you go back for your house, you get to wash your hand with soap very well. Now the health people they will talk about that when they come. Now, doctor, you know, we talk say we dey do current event. You don't hear, you don't hear a lot of people them. Where did they come out? I hear there is one young man where he get a foreign number and he did for La Republique. He dey call the defense team them, discourage them, and some of them they go join that group, say they be defense team, and then when they join, La Republique will come massively, can kill a number of them. What advice can you give to these our brethren who are standing for self-defense on home front? Because I be don't talk before you come in. The adage where you talk say, man not the leave team where they win. You know, team where they win. You know, or method where they win. You know, if you try to change the method where it win and it is still win, then you want to go try some method where you know the work. So what advice if we give our people when they day for home front now?
My fellow Ambazonians, we want for one winner because first, Pastor Commando, you know what? Those people that are coming up with those videos and so on, saying this and that, I mean, you see people the way that they come out, like say they want, number one, the vulnerable people in our people, they don't want for follow authority. They want for operate like on themselves. They make voice audio them, they present themselves. They don't want to go under authority. They don't want to go they don't want to identify with their local government. You know, men they know say all those things where they want to do them. Men they know say all those things where they want to do them. They when you stand as like what Pastor don't talk, be with a winning team. Not go reinvent the wheels. And because you are looking for you are looking in a longer truth, you look for longer truth. That money that blood money you not go finish in a way they not go they will follow you for kill you. So when you take say you be very wise, you receive phone call because you want someone to send you money. That kind route where you take them, you will take that money. It be like Arata where they don't put corn for on top trap. Arata follow for trap that corn, wait it, trap catch them. Like what pastor don't talk. When you receive that phone call and you start talk with them, they will track you down. They get tracking device. They will track you down right to where you are, and before they kill you. Longer truth, you know the help. Humble yourself this time, and be under your LGA. You know your unit. You know that's why this self defense it be unconventional. We get plenty name there, but the same approach, self defense, and that one is to help us a lot because now we are human right for defend ourselves, just as the children of Israel they have their right to defend themselves. They know the local trouble, but trouble they can't meet up them, and when the trouble can't meet up them, person can't slap you for your house. You will just sit down so. No, God has given. That's why God has set up government. God don't set government. We will get more of this thing for church and politics because a lot of stereotypes are outside there. Stereotypes, how this thing is a dirty game, but they forget say God don't set up government. And when God, like me and Pastor, we talk now, we didn't find ourselves for begin talk here because now divine setup. We just found ourselves. We not look for them, but condition the warrant, and we be available. Will be available to do things where God want we for do. Like John the Baptist, when they become for John the Baptist, he say, "How can we do this?" And John the Baptist say, "Nobody can do this thing except it be given for him from above." God has given us this from above, and it is the opportunity God has given us where we use them now for reach out to our people. Because not everybody if he do this thing where me and pastor will do now. Because God he give different assignments for people them, like those of our brothers and sisters where they did for bush for defend our territory. Now the assignment where God give them, we were there for diaspora, we get relationship when I say we get baby mother umbilical cord relationship. The mothers are there outside for diaspora. You in the trenches in the bush. You there. You be the baby. You be our baby, and the umbilical cord and the supply. Where will the supply so that we can be able to defend the motherland, just as the children of Israel they be able to defend their territory, just as other countries now where they are an aggressive force they come attack them. If you be able to do that one, so that is very very important.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you very much. Homeland, Ambazonian people, like Doctor don't talk, we there for insight here as elders, where we don't see both of us, they were born we before independence of La Republic. So we know a little bit, even though we be kids. And then they be born we before the independence of Ambazonia. So when we talk from Founa, we talk from a well of experience, not only theory, where so many of una young people, when no one learn, when the coach elder them, where they not just be redundant, but where they get a stand and they get something for do and for play for your well-being tomorrow. There are so many proverbs the way they talk. Like this one say, if a fly follow thy man for corpse, they go bury and plus he. And say if you take granite or corn, lock the hole of rat, that means you don't give them chop, and so on and so forth. We want for talk say, we dey talk history now, where we don't be current events, and the current events that still take place. And we want to translate that current event them to history, so that make you remember. Now, the one for make me will know say, this fight we will dey inside, all man know say no, but we be find am. All man know say, even for we generation, this young generation, where we don't know some of the things that will happen for we forefather them, because like probably we wake up ban our history, may they not teach we history, to the point that our parents, the way they take them go over there for that their side, they go corrupt them. Some of them forget the history where they used for tell we in the early 60s by the fireside, by we papa them. When we will get entertainment, you don't go farm, come back, you don't tire, you get your corn where you burn them for fire. Then papa and mama they tell a story of the ancient that time before road come, how they be the worker, and so on and so forth. Now we don't discover say the young men of Ambazonia, when they educated and they talented and the honest and honorable Ambazonians them, like we big brother Tarzan Wilfred and the rest of the people them, they wake up tell our Republic government say, all right, tomorrow we go know who way you get Ambazonia, since what I don't take we like slaves then too, they don't learn like we Babi talk. You don't slave don't wake up talk for the master a house, and the master they vex because of that talk way he be check say slave the nambutuku. So with the talk say when I there for home front, where when I don't see now with the talk like history, because if it happen like current events where some people they know be the note. The young men, the way they will wake up, take cutlass, take rubber gun and other thing them for self-defend themselves. They don't connect with anybody they call and say diaspora. But the wind of change, it not be the only blown of homeland for home front. It be blue so they reach the people in two way they be there where they don't come out, where they feel they enjoy their lives for diaspora. They leave them fine, they don't care. But because they don't see the oppression where the oppressor is the oppressed we, they say, no, we don't keep quiet. They now decide to say, okay, since we never formed this army by ourselves, and they don't wake up, stand, say they want to fight for people, we will support them. So they come in for the support. And in order to support and make a semi-coordination be, because book where I read them, it talks say where there is no vision, the people perish. And the same book the talk say, when there is no leader, any man be a leader, all go enter for bush, they no go come out. So, and the other proverb the talk say, two captains, you know, if you lead one ship, because if the day that ship go sink. So also, the Amazonian people, where they outside the country, they see say, when I there for home front, when I be resolved for fight and for take back with home front. Now they decide say they go chip in something, and in order for chip in something, God they give wisdom. He bring people them where they put their heads together. Say no, these people never work for inside disorder. We will make them be big county. We will make them be local government, and they divide the whole land of Ambazonia into local government, then divide them into regions or zones, 3 zones, in order for broke that dichotomy of La Republic way. If you don't divide we north and west, or the north and south. Now we don't take some people the way they be there for the defunct west or defunct north, put them now inside midland zone, where that dichotomy no go fit there again. Now still the wisdom that way God it give this leadership, so that that animosity, that divide and rule, that thing where Satan they put them for La Republic, make it take and fight we. Where would the check say the man come on for here, the man come on for here, that tribalism, and it no go there again. And we don't see how it work. And then before this time, our restoration fighters, they be the fight like one man for their LGAs, for their county, and it be the work. Apart from this, I want for call you because any man where they call this a leader, I know the shows are where they fight, but we don't hear enough stories about his killing, especially the choices of our leaders, of our soldiers. They die under this demon of ADF. Every man they talk so, apart from them. And they know the show who's way they fight. They make a lot of noise. And of course, both the activists and some of the noisemakers, where I believe saying La Republic infiltrators, they ask accountability only for interim government. They never ever go for ADF for ask accountability. They never ever go for ADF, ask how much money did they contribute and who's where did they spend the money. Now, ADF join with La Republic, they give them gun, they can't brandish the guns, show with the guns, but they know the show who's where they fight. And anytime we see one of our best fighters where they kill La Republic, they die, the fingers they only point for ADF. Well, Ambazonians, one for tell una say, this trajectory, it don't begin go on for a very, very long time. And then at the end of the day, it can happen, say, the devil is now making for cajole we and for destroy we. It say me they form, what do they call and say, unity forces with ADF. I don't hear the number of people the way they don't die. I'm not against that. If that thing be really true, say, that for fight against the Republic, that is fine. But I still put my ear for ground for here, which way they don't really they carry on. Instead, I hear say they don't carry their weapon, they work and find Field Marshal no subu for finish with tea. And then suddenly, I hear say the other people they don't change come. Instead of talking the language where they talk before, they talk a different language. I don't want to go into details and call names them for here. But I just want to talk say, Ambazonians, Muna go back for current event where it don't be history now, as how we will be start. And when I look at, when I see say, it be been a winning, we see it been a winning game, a winning group, but they come with disunity forces join together for destroy, and some fully of them they agree. I don't know whether Nadam Fang where did they throw them for their eye them. Mfang means say nyongo or some juju where they don't play. Where these people they know how where they will succeed. Now they turn against, they fight amongst themselves. We will not say this fighting against yourself. It will be now ADF with Efang and the other one the way they really they kill our people. Wait till tomorrow. They don't give an account of why this one suddenly die. Now we don't see say it don't be a situation where our history it be made in the forward and it be made in the backward. They come backward. And when they come backward, it remain for inside gossip. But when it go forward, we get the clear indication why it be say anybody where it fight La Republic sincerely. We go one here. This other group where they talk say they fight La Republic, they go wake up like they be hunt Chacha, bring it down. Now they don't hunt of course commando, they hunt commando, bring it down. Commando not be dying of a battlefront. And this Ivor too, he not be dying of a battlefront. We always hear the kind of mysterious death where these people they die. And finger they point for one particular person, one particular group where they do so. Then we see all these activists. No one know the wake up for ask them for accountability. No one know the wake up for ask them for what way to go on. But then they use now the institutions where this interim government don't create them, and where they talk say they don't want government, but they use now the appellations and they names them where interim government it don't give. Ambazonians, when I don't see say this one a witchcraft for inside daytime, when I don't see say this one a really danger where it happen, where you will be encouraged for change your team where you do win, then for get into an unknown group or unknown team where you know for substantiator. See a witchcraft where they happen for inside daytime. Anyway, I just say all these things for talk say some of us where we don't can enter for inside this Ambazonian issue. We are servants of God, and we not be ashamed for talk about that. We not be ashamed for talk say we be servants of God. I will not be ashamed for talk say politics where they don't make I look dirty for drive out good people. We not be ashamed for tell when I say we don't discover the secret. Say now wicked and demonic men, they put that connotation for drive people the way if you tell people them the truth so that make they not come. Now my friend is doctor. For a long time, we don't come meet up for inside this group. I not be call you, he not be call me. And other members of God's family, where I don't see them for inside this struggle for Ambazonia. I conclude say this Ambazonian struggle no be man-made. As we don't be talk saying our God own, we see so many God people them, they come. Some them fake, some them real, but all they come in the name of God because they hear saying our God. You know, even this one way they say failure without success. If you go he claims he be a theologian, he get a masters of doctor of divinity, and so on and so forth. All of them they claim say they be God for one way or the other. But I want to tell Ambazonian, they say, Bible tell me, say even Satan, Lucifer, he can't transform himself for be like an angel of light. So when you see people the way they call themselves, say they be pastors, no just be shocked because even Satan, if you don't decide for talk say, he no go like Satan, he go like an angel of light, so that if he deceive them. And so many of these demonic people, the way they don't take up the name of pastor, the name of bishop, they can't enter for here. They do unscrupulous things, things the way people, if you point them out, say this is wickedness. And then they do them, but they still call that name. And they want to intimidate the one the way they talk true. Say they no can talk because they don't send their surrogates. Once we start for talk, they can begin say, oh, we are bootlickers, we are hand clappers. Yes, we'll clap hands for the truth because you cannot afford for being neutral in the midst of truth. No way. If you be neutral in the midst of truth, or you close your mouth when truth is be spoken, you close your mouth, you give an upper hand for the wicked, for control and for rule. So we don't keep quiet. We did here for advise us and teach us and tell we from Ambazonia. Say the fact say this struggle, now God ordained struggle, you know go fold your hands. You need to use your brain. And if you don't get brain, you need to use people the way they get vision, where they see, leader the way they will tell you the truth. We don't talk for our soldier for home front, say, protect yourself. No agree to be killed. But many of them don't die, where it don't be history now. And if you go for find out, now because they be check, say, they be King Kong, they know it all. They never take advice from anybody. We still talk, say, please, it never be too late. You will be alive. No follow people the way they promise you heaven and earth, and they know they show you who's way they go. If you take money, give you money, not the thing where they do the fight. That can be poisoned money from La Republic. And when you take the money, you be confused. You turn around, face your guns for your own people. Then, when you take the money, you be confused. You take now you begin fight against the real person way or group or government where they take you go for inside Ambazonia, and then you follow the one where they take you go for your own day. Now we advise that for when for ground where when they listen to what you talk. God love you, but God no go step in for do what you way. It don't keep in your power for do, and that's why we did here for tell you nothing but the truth. We know say lies in the sweet, they tinkle for ear, they talk plenty, but we don't want for the talk plenty. One for just tell when I say, we observe anything where it get practicals, where if you see that one, go after. Anyone where it just sing that song, deceive you, tell you how they go build an empire in the sky, and then build skyscrapers on Mount Boya. That one are fake. But listen and listen well and help yourself. So, doctor, as we're running to an end for this program, I would like make you share your concluding words so that we go jump into preparing for another program. Remember, today we have a lot of
Amazonians,
programs coming.
yeah, Amazonians, we get the DNA of governance. Amazonian men when I shine when I. We there for DNA of governance. We don't show example for uh, our our father, our founding father, uh, Endele. Endele hand over power peaceably to Dr. Jongu Foncha. Dr. Jongu Foncha hand over power peaceably to Honorable Ngomjua. And now for that this thing that we get the this thing, we get the governance continuing. So they don't restore the house where they don't scatter them. Over the weekend, they restore the house for the interim House of Representative, and that one it will determine a lot of things. Very soon they will come install the inaugurate the, the judicial commission where they will be on themselves. So we ensure balance of power. That stereotype where they say, "Oh, Sako want to remain forever," "Oh, Sako want to remain forever." God has brought him up to set things in order. We are following the governance after the order of Endele, after the order of John Book Foncha, after the order of Augustine Gomjoa. So all that stereotype now for distract. God don't raise our our Moses of our generation to take us to Boya, and he's just following he has put in all these structures. These structures don't be put up so that many person not talk say, oh, it been some that kind one way we see for our neighbor. No, it not be that kind. The legislature they get their power for check and balances, and the judicial commission they get their power of check and balances. As our pastor be talk say, very soon we'll get the appointment of the attorney general, so that we know say this thing it be a serious thing, and will be a law-abiding country where we be directed by our interim constitution, and when we get to Boya, we get transitional constitution until we get the real constitution that will carry on and on. So Nasu Ide, Ambazonia, when I shine eye, we will continue in the next broadcast educating everyone about this matter.
Thank you very much, Doctor. We go continue for Singam as it be very clear say the truth, it be bitter, but we must continue for talk the truth. Just like very few people, they do follow the narrow way where God he don't talk am for a book. Now so very few people they do follow the truth, because broad is the way where they lead to destruction, and many people the life will go that way, because to them for insult you, curse you out, destroy your morality, and say any rubbish where they fit talk, according to them that's freedom of speech. But in the truth, freedom of speech is not attacking any individual and cursing out individuals, whether they're educated or not educated. I be there for some group where I dey hear some young man they say, you know, coach should they go enter coach people, their families, and coach their mommy and their papa them, coach they are brought up, and so on and so forth. That is not a forum of people where they feel be leaders tomorrow. We need a people the way they get level head, like that description where they began for the honorable speaker of the interim House of Representatives. Somebody will be bold, somebody will be as wise as a serpent, and somebody will be as harmless as a dove. You know, you be wise, you be bold, and you be patient. So any person where he get for stand at the forefront of leading Ambazonians must get these qualities. If you don't get these qualities and you cannot acquire these qualities, will beg you, make you be a follower. And as a follower, you fit learn, because learning not only be saying go sit down for classroom. You feel learn like the prophets of old. They follow their masters, they wash their hands, and then they wash their feet, they cover them, and then when they were about dying, they hand over power to them. They never get a particular classroom where they teach people for day. So also Ambazonia, if you need any classroom, now the classroom this, where will they bring you these instructions, so that tomorrow, when you get the opportunity for be in a leadership position, you go no say it no be by your power, it go be by the power of him where it don't call you, God Almighty, especially as this our struggle, it be named after God. So my dear friends, we go continue with this program. For they come here, they advise you, give you tidbits, share with you some of the things the way they feel help you for become a patriotic Ambazonian. And like we don't talk, most of the times we discover say people they make noise too much. Nobody say they not get because they contribute so you get too much. No, you do contribute because say you love your people, and the little way you get them, you can share with them, with the people the way they not get at all, and even the one way you not get them, you fit share them. You fit share them. So one for let Ambazonians know we are here for your good. There is nothing we talk here for condemn anybody. If you feel condemned, then it means that there is a reason for your feeling being condemned, and just for you for repent, for turn around and follow the right course. Because which way would you talk for here? It touch some people for bad side, and it touch some people for good side. You will don't touch you for bad side. Stop your insults. Sit down. Give a thought to yourself. I say, but this is the way these people they really talk so not true, Not true. So Ambazonians, we would like to call it a date today with our history, and we shall be coming up as soon as we get that opportunity. And I want to plead for the people the way they don't view this program, for share them. Yes, for share them for other people them, so that, because if we all get the same knowledge, we'll march towards the same ending. But if you don't get the same knowledge, many people will still the drag you for back. Will they teach, they can't start again for teach. They teach, they can't start again for teach. So that's why this forum, we God don't create and for we, the Amba TV, it be out for educate us. So if we come up to our real purpose and quest. Once again, thank you very much, and see you when you see us. Doctor?
Yes. And bye, Ambazonians. See you when you see us. Stay safe. Make sure say that water, maybe boil them. Boil your water, we will drink and no begin drink water anyhow. Now the one way you don't boil them by yourself. No go just take any water. Make sure you cook your chop very well before you chop. Thank you.
I mean, maybe you cover them for house, maybe fly the land for on top. All right. Doctor, at this juncture, we will call it quit. And then
Okay.
I want for back Ambazonians, we want to go in the next 1 hour or so, the Secretary of State for Health, it go enter for house. And this time around, it go talk about which way they happen and the support where our people they really, really need them. So please don't go away. Begin enjoy some small music while we get ready for bring in the Secretary of State in a short while. All right. Thank you.
The munga no kit putsagan katambong mati kwi banu tuli